こんばんは。こんばんは。よし、それでは始めましょう。こっち。こんばんは、マナオです。Assemble with care。どこだ、ここだ。こっち。ちょっと今音大きいかもしれませんが、世界を旅してアンティークを修理しているマリアは、訪れた町の住人たちの心も直していくというパズルアドベンチャーゲームです。いい感じに始まりましたね。
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between.
はい。これが主人公のマリア。こちらはパソコン Steam 版ですが、iOS でも遊ぶことができます。
But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey.
ワクワクしていた。
A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs.
読んでくれるからいいね。
Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
はい、開きましょう。スーツケースをクリックして持ち上げました。パチパチ。荷物少ないね。サングラス。これは何かな？パスポート。
My passport. Not many blank pages left now.
うん。
I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman at your service.
あ、ピアスか。いや、違うな。なんだこれは。はい、こんばんは。
I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off.
では
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
おう。で、これ。そしてこれ。
My parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago.
おー、初めて修理した時の写真。
Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
返してカメラですか？で
I'll hand these out once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
チラシか。なんか、記録じゃないんだ。完了。
Finally, I'd made it to Bellariva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal. Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work.
仕事、お仕事。
My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of.
うん。
I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires. My story in Bellariva began with a little girl, and a voice she was longing to hear.
小さな女の子とその子がずっと聞きたがっていた声とともに始まります。ベラリーバへようこそ。チャプター2子守歌。全部で10まであるのかな。このゲームは結構1時間2時間くらいで終わるみたいですよ。
It was my first morning in Bellariva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun.
足音やらいろいろ聞こえますね。
In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bellariva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix things?
Easy.
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
カセットデッキ。
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore.
いにしえの機械。
I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
OK、直してあげよう。カセットテープ知らない人も多いんじゃないの？まずここに置きます。はい。ポチポチポチ。これを押すと開きますよ。閉めるときはここ。これは開けるだけ。ポチポチ。で、裏返します。電池。ちょっと操作方法がいまいちわからない。なるほどなるほど。今ポッて押してでマウスを動かしたら取れた。
Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
電池電池電池電池を入れ替えて、そして蓋を閉める。くるくるくるくる。よしおっと OK。 はい次はテープですか？デッキはこれで、デッキはよし。はい、次テープ。テープを鉛筆を使って巻きま
Why
す。
did you do that?
どうしてそうするの？くるくるくるくるくるくるくるくる。
How did you do that? I didn't see.
これはお父さんに教えてもらうんじゃないの？はい。で、開けて、テープを入れて、閉めて、パワーが入ってる。こっち。
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight. Good night, my darling.
軍大、お母さんかな。
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
いい歌でしたね。
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
ママはもうい
Izzy
ない。
trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill.
なるほど。
When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo.
ガムにボタンにヨーヨーって。
I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious.
ないほどのことだけどね。お金取る？
She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been
う
shattered.
ん。かも7歳の子供。
The part I wouldn't be able to fix.
おやすみかわいい子という実績が解除されました。お、今度は人形だ。打ち砕かれて。
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit.
依頼ですよ、依頼。
The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's
Joseph.
Joseph. I'm Isabel's father.
イザベルの父親です。イージー。
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the
Oh.
mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him. It survived 100 years in this family.
100年前。
But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
イージーが壊しちゃったんだって。いや、なんか修理屋さんっていうかさ、みんな自分で直す、今のところ自分でちょって直せるものしか来てないんですが。
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
あー、ひび割れの後ね。なんか、すごい、市販の接着剤って感じなんだけどね。はい。そんな。そんな。はい。持ってきただけでぶち合うって。次は胴体ですね。胴体。あれ？あ、こうか。と？合体させたいんだけど、順番があるのかな？これがこの足。こっちか。
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
確かそこ私接着剤つけてないと思う。つけてた？ 何にもクリックもしてないの。ただここに持ってきただけで。キュー。ひどい。はい。なのも接着剤はみ出しまくりのプロがやる修理ではない。そして次がこれ。あれじゃない？こっちにつけなきゃダメ？うりゃー。これに腕をつけます。ブレブレ。はい。ブレブレブレ。あ、違う？はい。
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
固まってますよ。ほら、プロの技でしょ？はみ出した接着剤もなんのその。ブエブエ。これは、はい。ピタッとして。そして、これをくっつける。
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did.
ジンと変
My
わりあり
father
ません。
wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family
Oh.
portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
この町の町長さんだって。何歳くらいですか？ 2 歳3歳くらい？
Sorry. I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
子供を作ったんだったら子供とちゃんと向き合うべきだ。次は電話途切れたまま。かわいい色ですね。
My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries. I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door,
Adobenchar.
stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect.
ほうほ
Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
う。ようやく本格的な修理って感じですよね。まあでもゲームなんでそんな難しくはないです。くるっとこういうのはだいたい裏見ればいいんだよ。 じゃあ見たら
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
くるくるくるくるくるくるくるくるくる。はい、パカッと。
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
直せますよ、もちろん。どこが取れたの今。これをはい。こういう電話なんか見たことない。こんな感じになってんだ。ああ、割れてるんだね。くるくるくるくる。あ、こっちはいらなかった。いや、これも取らないとね。中の基板。ピンギン。これ、裏どうなってんだろう。あ、はい。ヒントまだいらないよ。面白い。もう中がダメになってしまったじゃないか。電線を切れます。あ、勝手に入ってくれた。Thank you。あ、そんな感じでいいの？なんかすごく強引。ちょっと待って、これを取るにはネジ止めされているのですか？されていませんね。そしてこれをパカッとして、あ、これも使うのか。
Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up.
オッケー。そしてベルを取り付けよっ。くるくるくるくるくるくる。おいしょ。これだね。これここでやらないの？つなげられない。はい。はい。
Still a few parts missing.
よいしょ。これを刺さなくていいのか。後でいいのか。今じゃない。くるくるくる。はい。これ。いや、これはさ、受話器はこ刺すでし
Still a
ょ。
few parts missing.
はい。で、ネジ止め。くるくるー。くるくるー。もう勝手に刺さってるし。くるくるー。くるくるー。オッケー。できました。
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
なんか電話なんだろうねと思ったけど。
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill anyway. And the rent and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables. while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
もしもーし。
How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
うん。早いよ。
You don't need to be here though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
とても困窮しているカルメンさん。
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh god, I have to get ready.
すごいね、飛行機でもう来るって。なんて行動力だ。
Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
また明日来てね。あ、全部で10じゃなかった。まだあった。カメラだ。ピントを合わせて。
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
ヘレナさん。
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different.
もう来たの？飛行機で来るってもう来たの？早いね。
Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong?
ほうほうほう。最初はどうなることかと思いましたけど。まあ、レイアウトだって。こんなところにネジついてるの？くるくるくる。くるくるくる。くるくるくる。うい。くるくるくる。こんな風になってるんだ。まずレンズ取ります。あ、割れちゃってるんだね。そしてボディを
I
外
don't
します。
suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
で、これ取るだけでいいのかな？はい。まだ分解できちゃう。いいね。とても、こうやって見たらとてもシンプル。あ、外せちゃう。ここまでしなくていいでしょ。パーツないんだもの。でも面白いな。このゲームを通じて、大まかだけれども、物の中身を見られる。
If I used the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
ドライバーで、はい。うお、めっちゃ回る。はい。今、スッて動いたよね。ねえ。はい。フィルム入れちゃうの？ いしょ。はい。はい。はい。くるくる。
Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
くるくる。くるくる。くるくるくる。OK。
Looks like something is still missing.
あとは。こういうタイプなの？なんかこう、パカって取るんじゃなくて、スライドとかそういう感じじゃないんだね。おう。はい。伸ばさんでいいのか。はい。できました、カメラ。
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
そうね。だけど旅行するんだったら使い捨てカメラの方がいいんじゃない？
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition. The first of
1958
its
年もの。
kind. It cost me 3 months' salary. But it was worth it.
そうよね。今もカメラって高級品だけど。
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford.
うん。
It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing. Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
なぜわざわざやってきたのか。
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
星がついてるね。ということは全部で14なんですかね。暗い先行き。これは看板かな？
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
なんかかわいそう。
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
どうつければいいかわかんない。
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
OK。また接着剤登場。 よいしょ。それでこれは裏じゃないのかい？スイッチ。これ自体にネジ止めするのがない。ここだと思ったのだが違うのか。わかんない。アルメン。よいしょ。それでこれどこ？後付けですか？ああ、違うよ。パパッとできん。接着剤。接着で使うようなとこある？これここ相変わらず持ってきただけで出てしまう。接着剤付けなんだこれ。びっくりした。くるくるくる。あ、足りてないぞ。
I don't know, it's a bit flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
字幕が出てこん。これにちょっと地味だって。お、新しいパーツが来ましたぜ。だからこの穴なんだね。そういうのは閉める前に言ってくれ。まあでも使ったことがないからどんなもんかわかんなかったんだよね。またこれ接着剤ですか？ドドドドドドドドこれでいいの？まあついてるからよし。あー、ちゃんと繋がってないから光らない。ピコピコピコピコ。そこじゃないよ。よいしょ。どことつなげるんだいこれは。てんてんてん。によー
These connections aren't quite right. I should check the wiring.
何？さっきのでよかったの？ よよよよいしょ。ずっとピコピコ同じですが。くるくるくる。くるくるくる。こっち。こっち。全部光ってない。
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
何も後からどんどん足されていく。アイスクリームにカクテルにピッツァ。よいしょよいしょ。ほいほい、接着剤。よしよしよしよしよしよし。ほいぴょん。っていうかパーツあったんだったら最初から出してって思うけど。これをどこにつなげるんだろうな。よいしょよいしょ。配線は後にして。はい、ここ。あ、どれかどれ。どれがいい？やっぱりカクテルですか？ピザもいいけどな。はい。でこれをこうして、これをこうして、あれだよね、全部通さないとだよね。こんな感じで、よいしょ。よいしょ。はい。はい。これで全部つながった。と思うんだけど、ここがピコピコしたのが気になります。
I should make sure I screw everything back together.
よいしょ。そして、こっち。
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
これでいいの？ちょっと壊れている。できました。カルメンズ。
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
あれ？つけたのこれアイスクリームじゃないんですけど。カクテルつけたんですけど。
That's perfect.
でもイ
Maria,
メ
it
ージ
looks
通
just
り。
how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived.
嫌味な感じだけど、この人にはこの人の何か悩みがあるのかな？
Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
Oh.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
頑張れ。アイスだって。すべて光っている。という実績が解除されました。 ゲーム機だー。お遊びタイム。
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Hello.
Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
Top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
いいね。
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth.
そうだね。
On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
任せなさい、ゲーム機。かわいい。あー、液晶割れちゃってる。ボタンもそう、どうやったらそうなるの？そういうのは裏なんだよ、裏。お、見えている。裏、しかし、隠れネジもないぞ。ここ見て。よこい。ポッププレイ。フォレストアドベンチャー。ゲームソフトがありますね。これカセット的にはゲームボーイかと思われますが、ゲーム機はこれアドバンス SP ですよね。はい。これが液晶。チップ。ボタン。
Why does it sound so scary? It wasn't like that before.
この音が鳴りましたよ。
Still sounds really bad.
でもこれはこれで、こういう感じの音はありますよね。
Still sounds really bad.
はいはい。はい。パカッと外れた。そして上も、パカッと外れる。コントローラーは外したことある。プレイステーションも外したことあるけど、ゲームボーイは外したことないな。焼けちゃってるよ。一体何があったんだ？焼けるって相当でしょ、これ。よいしょ。ちょっと。もう、向きが。はい。なんでそうなるの？あ、くっついた。なぜ？どれがどうなってたかもう忘れちゃったじゃん。これがこうなって、いや違うな。これがこうなのか。こっちの毛は大丈夫？これを赤いぞ。どれだ？ 違うんですって。よいしょ。いや、これはこれでいいんだ。これがこうで、これがこうだね。オッケー。バカ。バカ。そうだ。液晶だ。液晶。ボタン。はい。はい。あ、これ全部外さないとダメですか。そうですか。よいしょ。よいしょ。よいしょ。ほい。え？ついてるのか。はい。で、これが、これで。これ触った記憶がないんですけど。はい。ほい。ほい。ほい。ほい。8。オッケー。これで動くようになったよ。一体どんな使い方をしたら基板が焼けるんだ。じゃあ、カセットを入れちゃうよ。はい、入らない。入った。
Do grown-ups play games as well?
大人の人もゲームするの？もちろん、スイッチ、オン。
Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
やり方も教えろって。ボタン、ポチ。あ、始まった。ゲームが遊べちゃうよ。ポチポチ、下。右、右、上。誰かいる。ボタン。この生き物何？あ、はい。Congratulations! ゲーム機の修理完了。
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own.
今のゲームだったらやり方を教えてもらわなくても7歳の子遊べるよ。
Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
壁に向かって落とすって、それ落とすって言うのかな。
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too.
だからこそもっと構ってあげた方がいいのでは。
It made me think. Had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
ゲームオーバーという実績が解除されました。お、次は時計だ。時計って難しそうなイメージあるけどね。はい、そんなところで終わります。なかなか楽しい。iOS でも遊ぶことができますので、ぜひ遊んでみてください。それじゃあ、またねー。